Hello guys, it's been a while since I vlogged because well, today my uncle left and let's just say some of the energy went on our trip and we took a big nap for today and we're just heading out and I believe we're heading to Wanaka, however you say it. I always butcher the name, sorry New Zealand. And perhaps get some images. It was beautiful earlier today, but now the clouds are coming in, which could be good for photography because there's a lot more potential for clouds to catch light, but it's also potential for rain. We'll see which one we get, but first of all, I guess we're off again and yep, time to get on the road and get some photography done. This will be exclusively a photography video. Go find that tree. So it's ridiculously windy here in Wanaka, however you say it. Again, it is famous for that freaking tree right there, and as you can see, everyone and their mom is over here to photograph that tree, and it's completely flat light, nothing to be proud of, nothing to photograph here. We came here a little too late, but I just want to point out, you know, if I came here back in 2015, I parked my car here. Back then, the tree was there, but I just didn't take a picture of it. And there was no one here. The entire parking lot, which is to the left if you're coming in from Queenstown, you make a left into the town. I was here and that tree was there, but there was no one here. I mean, over the past few years, social media has really made that tree one of the most iconic sites of New Zealand, and well, it's kind of lost its charm in my opinion. Everyone's photographed it. It's not worth it, honestly. I don't want a selfie here. The light's flat. There are better places in New Zealand than that tree. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys the tree, and time to move on to bigger and better things. Maybe we'll head on into closer to the Mount Aspiring National Park. Anyway, righto. Moving on now. You know, there's another problem with taking that tree picture. It's way too windy. Okay, so I mentioned before that it was really windy, rainy, all sorts of stuff near the Great Tree of Wanaka, and not exactly the best conditions to photograph the place, and there were too many people there, so we really didn't want to do that, and it's been overdone. Anyway, we took a detour to the Matatapa River Gorge, and look at this. I mean, this place looks like straight out of the Shire in Hobbit. I can imagine the riders coming down this road right here, and you know, Frodo, Sam, Pippin, and them hiding right behind that. It's just a fantastic day, and what you want to do when the light's really this flat is you want to find some woodland photography scenes, and since it's windy, you want to find a place where you're shielded from the elements, and that's exactly where we came. I don't know if we'll come away with an image, but sometimes it's just like these nature walks or something else, and something about the imagination, something about my imagination is just captured in this photography, this scene. I think I did come upon my first image now that I said that. It's gonna be my cousin way over there with the trail, with the trees. Hey, can you stop? Hey, can you come back? I have an idea. This trail is really nice. If you stand in the middle of it, I can take a picture. Look, it's perfect. Come back. Come back a little further. Yeah, he's coming back so that I can take this picture. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the trees that they keep photographing in Ireland, except the hedges. And this woodland photography scene is... Yeah, hold on just a second. A little bit further back. Just getting him positioned in the right place is a challenge from way back here, because he could barely hear me. Anyway, yeah. No. Further back, I'll tell you, keep walking. Right there, where I can see the dirt. No, little bit, not far. Yeah. Okay, so let's take this picture, and then let's move on. This place looks like the lone hedges on steroids. I mean, look at this. Look at the trees. Look at the branches. They're falling everywhere. And not a single bug, not a single wild animal, nothing. It's just eerie in a way, because as I said, I expect something like a dark rider or Nazgul to write down. We're still searching for composition. You know, that picture I just took about the with him as the center frame.
Rabbits. Huge rabbits.
Oh, rabbits.
Rabbits. Look at the rabbit.
Yeah. The picture I just took of him being in the center of the frame looked better in video than it did in a picture. And sometimes that really describes these scenes. They look better, so much better. There might be something here. I like that.
What?
I like that tree right there. And I like the way the moss is coming down. And
You can cross the river.
do you think we can cross the river?
No,
No?
not with these boots. Not definitely not with your shoes.
What if I take them off?
I don't know how deep this
Don't do this at home, guys.
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
You can if you take off your shoes and walk across, but it'll be cold.
There's some soft light hitting those
No,
peaks.
those peaks, yeah.
Yeah.
You see that.
So the polarizer would do well for this scene.
I saw one kind of composition that could work, but not with the peaks. I want to use the peaks. Maybe a little further.
Maybe we need to walk a little further on. Anyway, so as you can see, not everything is photogenic, but a lot of stuff is beautiful in New Zealand. And this is definitely one of those things. Moving on now. Trying to still look for a picture to be made. Oh, maybe. I think I found something. Over it. What is it with me and lone trees today? I took a picture of that tree right there with the background of that mountain. But the light's just too flat to take that sort of image. But look at this scene. I mean, and then you gotta hear the sounds of the forest. You gotta hear the sounds of the cows, the birds, and just like take it all in. Because this is something of pleasure to photograph and experience, rather. I mean, and hopefully we'll see something. With the sky, it looks like it's gonna clear up just a little. I have no idea what picture I'm gonna take, but maybe that'll help my image over here. My cousin's way over there, still exploring. Still trying to figure out what our composition will be. It looks like there's some sandflies here too. Unfortunately, they have arrived, which means that we may not have much time left to stick around here. I believe he found a composition that's more unique than mine. I've been known to take pictures of lone trees and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's all about the experience of walking through the forest, hearing everything, and then reliving some of the moments out of your favorite novel or favorite book. Every time I walk down those hedges, the pathway between those hedges, I thought of Lord of the Rings, and it felt very much like I was in the Shire. And yeah, so sometimes photography happens, sometimes it doesn't. So we kept walking and walking and walking, and as I said earlier, when I was on the brink of the forest, the light was looking like it's gonna clear, and it has over there something. Anyway, it has over there. It looks fantastic. Looks like there's potential for some color catching on, and yeah, it's just a waiting game here now. We didn't know if the light was gonna happen or not. We could have camped out anywhere and waited for sunset, but there's nothing beating this experience. Walking through the forest and reimagining some scenes from Lord of the Rings. And we're finally rewarded with something of a composition. Leading straight to the mountain, this river, and then you have this nice tree trunk in the foreground. Tree trunk going across the river. Everything leads towards the mountain. This is about as good as a composition, clean composition as you can get. And yeah, we're having a fantastic time walking through the forest, but we finally found some light and we're taking this picture now. Here it is. I have my settings on as f11 and aperture priority, so that it decides what the shutter speed is based on the aperture. Nothing complicated or sophisticated. No need for an ND filter. The light's gotten pretty low. I mean, the light's gotten pretty dark here, and I don't need an ND filter for me to smooth out the river. Anyway, here's the image, and I think we're gonna head back to the car after this, and if there's more to happen here, you'll see it in the next image. Anyway, sometimes the walk is more rewarding than the pictures, but it's just as good because travel is all about the experience, not the pictures you get. And this was one of the best experiences we've had. Anyway, taking this picture now. The magic's happening. Okay, here it is. Yep. So we are finally headed back to the car, and it's getting dark out here. Luckily, we started early enough. It's kind of rocky here. You could trip here, but luckily we started early enough to where we have enough light to get back to the car. These forests can get really dark really fast, and I wouldn't recommend being out here for too long of a period of time. Of course, this is a pretty well-marked trail. It still captures my imagination. Look at these hedges as my cousin's walking through them. Oh man. The light just didn't happen today, but we did see some alpenglow. We found the perfect composition, and I would say I'm pretty pleased with myself that I did not shoot that tree in the middle of Lake Wanaka. So until tomorrow, I think it's goodbye and good night. And oh yeah, it's Halloween back in the United States now. So happy Halloween, guys. Really missing all the costumes and trick-or-treaters coming by my house. So happy Halloween and good night from New Zealand.